Alright, so something I want to bring up is that Playtonic said that they wanted Yooka-Laylee's worlds to be a mix between Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo Tooie. So what they did is that they made the worlds small by default, and if you wanted to make them bigger, you had to collect a certain number of pages, and then you could make the worlds bigger. I don't have a problem with that, except they force you to make the worlds bigger, and there's only 5 worlds.
Yeah, isn't it called Pages in that game or something?
Yeah. And this should give you an idea of how big the worlds are in this game. You need... These things are warp pads. Basically, you activate... I activated one. If you activate another, you can basically warp between them.
Basically, yes.
Oh my god. Yeah. Like, have I ever told you the story about how much...
Long story short, the overworld's so big that there's warp pads.
Yep.
And
something cool that I really like in this game is that all of these worlds are interconnected.
Well, no shit. I'd imagine it be.
I mean, it was one of the first games to do
Oh wow, that almost hit me, but it didn't because of the magic of cutscenes.
The magic of cutscenes.
I don't know how you would not have enough notes for this. In the original Banjo-Kazooie, notes were something that you collected in order to move on to other areas in Grunty's lair. In Banjo-Tooie, you collect them in order to learn new moves. So once again, the collectibles have a purpose beyond just collect as many as possible.
Now, speaking of getting hurt in cutscenes, you guys remember that in GTA 5 where, what was it, Mike and Franklin were talking in a living room, and the SWAT team was all huddled around them, and during the cutscene, the SWAT team was shooting them while they're still standing and talking.
That's strange.
Oh, I forgot to mention, in...
Joel actually made the attempt to do it, and it worked.
I forgot to mention, this is probably one of the few sequels I can think of that actually has you start off with everything you learned in the last game.
And there you have it.
In Yooka-Laylee, Yooka-Laylee has a thing where you collect quills, I think, and then you can choose what moves to learn. The problem is, they never tell you what moves you need at certain points.
Show me your moves. Show me your moves.
Okay, we found another warp pad, so now we can go all the way back down if we wanted to.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
Sorry, I'm having
So here's another collectible. This is a Globo. Basically what this is that you give this to either Mumbo or Wamba, and they basically help you.
Or
Again.
The Jumbo Wumbo.
Again.
I love it how he says basically, and now the only thing is how to basic.
Dude,
which I hate those videos. They're the dumbest shit.
Dude, have you seen that video of how to basic of how to save a drowning child?
Oh no.
That's the best one.
You mean the worst? You actually mean the worst, right?
How about they're all the worst because it's the stupidest shit ever.
You're the
and
worst.
The first video was how to put down an umbrella. And it got millions of views. Genius!
I mean,
the whole joke behind how to basic is that it's all clickbait.
There you go.
And then...
Yeah, but ironic clickbait is still clickbait.
Yeah, just like how ironic shitposting is still shitposting.
All you need is a picture of Kate Upton, and boom, clickbait.
Okay, so... Mumbo handled the transformations in the last game, but in this game, he's actually a playable character.
Holy shit! You could play another character! That is so innovative!
Okay, oh my god. Did we really just find the white ginger right away?
The 90s. How amazing.
You know, I was kidding when I said that we would... Oh my god, like... First session, we already find the white Jinjo. That's an instant Jiggy.
You know what that means, right?
We got a Jiggy!
That means whoever wants this file can do speedruns. because people actually who do speedruns want the white Genjo here or another place. Because they actually changed the route right here. Like several different routes.
Yeah, but
from right there.
The thing is, the Jinjo placements are all completely random, so I have no idea what the actual map is. Also, we already collected all the notes in this area.
Well, what they do is that they just find the white Jinjo right there. If it's not there, then they delete the file and restart it, and they do it all over again.
Oh my god, like, it took us 30 minutes to get here, so imagine going through that much of the game and then realizing, oh well, I guess I gotta delete it.
Well, let's just say that I forgot what method that they used, but it's a very specific method where they they actually cut off the very first cutscene.
So they sort of have like a global thing in Yooka-Laylee, but they're called the molecules, I think. And I went through the first two worlds and I couldn't find them. That's another thing I don't like about Yooka-Laylee. The worlds are simply too big. And I know that sounds like a silly thing to say, considering how the whole appeal of open world games is that they're giant, but...
No. It's the exact same problem I have with a lot of Bethesda games. Yes, they have big worlds, but they're fucking empty.
Yeah.
Like, I think, ironically, Fallout 4 had the smallest world of all the recent Bethesda games, but it also felt the emptiest.
But I like how Bethesda
Yeah, but Fallout is supposed to feel empty, so...
No, not even. Like, what's it called? New Vegas is my favorite Fallout game, because despite the fact that it is a fucking desert, and it feels like a fucking desert, there's shit to do everywhere. Like, that's not a... At a map and look at all the possible things you can find, it's just cluttered.
let's talk about Zelda. There's shit to do in Breath of the Wild.
Oh man, I still need to get a Switch. I'm saving up for a Switch now.
Dude, if you have a Wii U, it plays just fine on that.
I don't have a Wii U, shut up.
And I have a Wii U.
Yeah, damn it.
Wii U.
Yeah, that's the sound that the ambulance makes when it takes the system away.
Well, actually, the Wii U is going to be needing a stretcher anyway.
Yeah,
so...
no, the Wii U.
You know what? I'm just gonna say this now. If you are able to get your hands on a Wii U, I would do it. If you have any interest in owning a Wii U, this is probably the best time to do it. Because it is going to be cheap as fuck, and it's going to be really hard to find after this year.
Yeah.
I'd imagine.
But I don't have money!
Ah! Sorry.
Precisely the sound I made.
That's the sound you make.
I don't have money!
We've got to have money! Oh wow, that actually... Yes, this actually works.
Yeah, why wanted it?
Can I actually get out here? I can actually get out of there, sweet.
Hurry up, time's a ticking. Hump the wall. Hump the wall.
No, that doesn't work.
No, that doesn't. Yeah, if that doesn't work, I would have told you already, because they would have used it in a speedrun.
Mumbo magic run out.
Oh my god, you kicked
Did you
him in the
get the
last
Jiggy?
second.
Yeah, I got the Jiggy.
Okay, you got the Jiggy.
You kicked him in the last second. That was priceless.
Yeah.
That means you can't put a price on it.
Jake, what if the price was right?
It's priceless.
If the price was right, you would win a car. And a trip down to Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, but
which for you guys would be like a 20-minute trip.
Yep.
Are you kidding? It's not even... Yeah, probably 20 minutes, depending on traffic.
Yeah.
Also,
it might be a bit
we are
further
already
me,
done with
yeah.
Mumbo. The thing with Mumbo is that most of the things you do with Mumbo are really short. Like, you basically just plop him onto the pad, you make him do his thing, and then he's done.
Yeah, I don't mind that, especially since Banjo-Kazooie is the name of the game. Or well, technically Banjo Tooie, but you know.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, they
Do
could
you know it was only called Banjo Tooie in America, and everywhere else in the world was called Banjo Kazooie too?
Yeah, that's because localization didn't really get its head around consistency until like PS3, Xbox 360, and onwards. Because now it's actually fairly consistent, but like the Yakuza series, I think, is hilarious because they had, for the first game, they had like a full AAA English voice cast. One of the main characters had Mark Hamill voicing him, but the dub was overall just so shit. Every game onwards, no dub, only subs.
Dude, do you want to talk about Final Fantasy?
Fantasy?
No, because that talking about the overarching
Do you want to talk
journey
about how
of
in
the release
America
of
they
those
just
games.
went from Final Fantasy 3 to Final Fantasy 7?
Yeah,
Watch out for those spunky bits!
that was so. That was great.
Well, we can blame Japan for that, so who cares?
Japan!
It's a little bit of everyone's fault. Yes, Japan is partially to blame, but it's also the localizer's fault.
Hey, we have a game called Mother. Oh, here in America, it's called Earthbound. Why?
Actually, it's kind of funny what happened with what's now called Earthbound Zero, because the original Mother was actually fully translated and ready for a North American release, but then they canceled it.
Oh.
And it took them like over 25 years to finally release an official version on the Wii U as Earthbound Zero.
Wait, yeah, is that the? Wait, they actually released another Earthbound game?
No, it's Mother 1, but it's
That's the
on
one
the
with
Wii
NES,
U.
right?
What?
Is that the one with NES? Or...
It was the one with. It's the one with Nintendo, whichever one that is.
Oh yeah, Nintendo.
It was the NES one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think their reasoning was that Final Fantasy didn't do well, and so they basically canned it.
Yeah, but Final Fantasy didn't do well. I don't know, because it... Actually, I have no idea why that game didn't do well.
Well, Final Fantasy, obviously, that was when Square Enix was going out of business, and that was the last game, and then...
Well, actually, what happened was it was called Final Fantasy because it was supposed to be Square's last game, and
It was supposed
That's what
And in the
Daniel was
biggest-
just explaining until you rudely interrupted him.
That's what I was saying. That was supposed to be their last game because they were going to file bankruptcy until it just turned things around.
yeah.
And, of course, they give you such great cutscenes and then crappy graphics.